Today, we are ranking every single Futties, and these players are getting out of control. As per usual, we have broken, rank 1, foot champs, debatable in the pine, and we might have to make a couple additional categories. As always, run up the comments. Alaba within this group, I don't think he has much room to work with. You can use him for the weekend. He'll do the deed. Banega, okay with the upgrade. Just slightly into debatable. Incisive and ping pass, those are the goodies. Barella, the Pitbull, I've always liked him. That's not going to change. It's not the best mix-up, but if you're using him, you probably have some level of affliction from some fandom perspective because midfield's getting deep. Dennis Birdcamp, so many newspaper numbers. What do we do? Finesse, we love that. Incisive, that will do. But first touch, interchangeable, chip shot, one of the least necessary, period. Dennis is still going into foot champs. I understand and will hear arguments for rank 1. I am also a fan of what he's accomplished on the actual pitch. The beautiful game with goals that are unforgettable. Carlos Alberto on a mad run. Hear me out with the Brazilian. It hasn't been his best year. He's been overshadowed by other players. And once we start inching into broken, I think you agree. Rank 1. Casemiro, he can hold it down for you, but I need some debatable. I'm trying to find the pine. It won't be with Petr Cech, who is likely to end up in the majority of your rotations. I'm starting him in foot champs because when it comes to goalkeepers, my lens or my perspective, I need reps. And it's just such a subjective opinion. I'm staying safe. I'm staying true. We're starting him off in foot champs. See how the next few weeks go. Correa, don't sleep on him. Movement, unbelievable. Quick with it. Rebuttals for days. Peter Crouch, I'm loving it. Really fun item to use. I'm not sure that he deserves beyond foot champs, but he has aerial. He's 6'7". You can hit a robot for everybody, all inclusive. Your family can watch that on repeat. And Peter Crouch has not been touching the pitch for any of us until just now. Usman Dembele has broken through. He's going to start us out first on the docket at the highest level or the most elite with a finesse shot that has serious range. Clint Dempsey, I might be forcing it, could be forging it, could be a little American biased. I did get to play FC24 to start the year on a team against Clint Dempsey. Great moment, entertaining pundit, phenomenal player. Dodo will not disappoint. I think you'll be surprised if you want a different look at a fullback position. The reality is late game stage, our options are endless. It's just a matter of personal preference, and if you want to mix and match with variety and versatility, or if you want to go with the sure thing. Didier Drogba, what is happening? And some of you might argue that he's made a case. This 98 is in that Holland territory. With that being said, I don't know that we've seen a more influential Didier Drogba than the 94. That golazo came out of nowhere. The 98 is going to be an upgrade, and that's why he's in the broken category, but we should not forget the 94. Samuel Eto'o, through ball merchant, turning defenders, bursting through, plenty of pace. And when I think turn and burn, this should be your main call. Rio Ferdinand, are you seeing a theme? Also broken. How many center backs are better than Rio Ferdinand? I'll wait for your list in the comments. And I should mention, if we miss a player, maybe they weren't released by the time we recorded, I will do the placement in the comment section. And if you're looking to set up your office, everything's Elgato. That's linked down below. Would highly recommend their products. Best of the best. João Felix, something has been missing. He's still rank 1, but he has not been the same level in terms of guaranteed, overpowered, fueling, comebacks, destroying controllers, just energizing, one-man problem-solving and problem-causing type of an offensive player. A lot of wordplay there. Frimpong, how could we not? Should be a first selection. Gavi, not my favorite, but we'll still give him foot champs. Grace, I'm sorry, even at a 98, we're just throwing her into the debate. I've got to start cracking down. This list is getting outrageous. We got too much upper talent and upper management. Ginola is broken, long hair, smooth with it, multiple seasons, multiple years, multiple iterations. Ginola has that it factor. We talk about an aura. He might have invented the word. Julie, back-to-back Frenchies. I really like Julie personally. You're getting fantastic value here. I don't know if I can lean him into rank 1 just based on how strict we've been, but that could be somewhere that we revisit. Super Mario, not that super, has to go to the pine. This Mia Hamm might cost you more time than money, and that's saying something. but she has been absolutely guaranteed greens, more wins, easy assets. Can I get a hashtag organics? It's been a minute. Mia Hamm is the greatest to do it. She deserves a 99. Though I will say this, EA is handing these out way too easy. I don't care that it's the end of the year. I made a tweet saying FC 25, first time that we will see players go beyond the 99. And I stand true to that. But I preferred when we had larger degrees of separation and we had more usability, more value between bronze, silver, gold, and then even going into informs or promo items. And EA does have their favorites when it comes to promo players. Raul Jimenez, he's going to do the aerial pursuit if you want to look into that. Miss Kerr, absolute problem. She's got that cover star bonus. She's a 99. Am I doing her a disservice having her in rank 1? Aerial will help her climb, but she's not 6'2" or 6'3", 6'5", working in finance.
I'm looking for a man in finance.
I'm so tired of that meme or that voiceover, but it is popping up everywhere. For the 5% of women that are watching this, I think it's unlikely that you're going to get yourself a multi-millionaire, 6'5", blue-eyed finance bro. I'm just going off the percentages. Jurgen, I don't believe in this. Not quite getting into any of the rotationals. Big Vince, I still see broken in his present day or his future or the history. Built for FC goodness. Koulibaly, it's not getting any burn. Give the man some playing time. You won't be disappointed. Has that physicality, has that nature, not nurture. Kubo, loved using him early on. He had that initial 85 SBC. Since then, he's been a little more quiet. Happy to have a Futties edition, but I'm also not jumping off the banister or making phone calls or telling folks this is must-have material. Even Lacazette, he hasn't translated or connected. I can read the stats, we can talk newspaper numbers, but I haven't had an experience where I felt as if I was on that next stage of ROI. Sydney, was really happy with the item. I think there's some ability to be slept on here, but amongst this talent group, we're going to the Pine. You're only going to make a pickup here if you're a United supporter. Too many good fullbacks. Malcolm, the Brazilian, we're going to the Pine. Sadio Mane, too much respect for him, at least FUT champs. I'm not sure what EA's done here. I have not used her or gone up against her, so maybe I'm just coming in wrong. She's not making rotations. Diego Milito is going to be a no-go. I know it's his best item. It's a big upgrade. Even the playstyles, it lines up, but doesn't have the X factor. He doesn't have something that differentiates him on the virtual pitch. Minamino, you're going to like using him. I promise. And I'll tell you why. Incisive pass, pinged pass, whipped pass, all play style plus addition. Alex Morgan, straight to the top. I have enjoyed every release. Good on EA. Ona, what are we talking about? I see a resurgence. She was in, had momentum, lost a step. Other players got upgraded, but now we're back to that goodness. Whipped pass, jockey, anticipate, and relentless. And if needed, can play as a left back or a right back. Penda, what a season. FUT champs for the SBC. Papine, no, 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 no. I refuse to believe that there is an item that you want from that individual. No disrespect, that's just what EA's done. Park Ji-sun is a club legend. This might be out of pocket. He's going rank 1. He's a utilitarian. I've used him as a fullback, a center mid, a holding mid, a winger, both sides. If need be, he will pick up the phone. And his previous item has 400 or 500 caps for mediocre Cloud FC. So I'm going to build up the storyline for the upgrade. Ricky Ricardo. I've not loved using any version of this player, and I know some of you stand by him. I wish he was better for me. Ricken to the Pine. Andy Robertson has not had many opportunities to get minutes. I'll give him the weekend. Cristiano Ronaldo, even though he technically lost aerial, he still has it because Cristiano has a unique jumping type of some sort. Even in past FIFA installments, before playstyles were introduced, some players definitely had playstyles, and I'm not even dating back to traits, but some of the movements in general, it had been applied, it just didn't have a name. 99 Salah. Again, how can he not be broken? Don't worry. I'm making another category as we speak. It's already up here. Sawa, broken. Socrates. If you can find a place in your squad, I believe you will be pleasantly surprised by the doc. Big body type, a little unusual, sometimes gets thrown into an in-betweener. What's his best position? I understand your questions. I can provide answers. Either way, he's good to go. Smith always deserves more respect. I think more of you will have her in the debate. Sterling, I'm giving him the pine. I know that could be looked at poorly. This upgrade came out of nowhere. I swear his previous item is a bronze or silver. For that reason, he's going to the pine. But when players jump from bronze or silver all the way up to being one of the best in the game or one of the highest rated, a lot of the promo items and those upgrades end up being fugazi. That said, Yaya Toure is back. Finally, more of a stopper. Will sit on top of that back line, clean up all the dirty work. You can call him the plunger. Zaha for the weekend, indeed. Zola also fun to use, and we will include him in the weekend. And if you weren't sure on some of the baseline criteria, it is a compare and contrast amongst these players that have been released. Shall we review? Off rip, I'm not spending time in the pine or the debate. We're starting foot champs, but I'd like to add at least one additional category. We need it. I've officially created a top 5, which will be the 5 players that I prioritize as the best from the footies and the footies icons. But before we get there, back to foot champs. Anyone going up or down? Might be a hot take. Bird camp is moving. I might just be a fan. Minamino, I love the playstyle mix up. It's something. Even though Alaba's not my first line of defense, rank 1 still seems appropriate. Broken with all the 98s and 99, what are we going to do? Cristiano Ronaldo will 100% be there. So will the brand new Mia Hamm, even though you got to be committed to make that happen. And after that, it gets a lot more debatable. I'm not ready to turn my back on Ginola. I can't do it. And now we're into a circumstance. Does Rio get himself in there? Is he a sure thing? It's next to impossible to not have Salah. I got to make that movement. Bayer Leverkusen. Let's make it happen for Frimpong. That's going to be the top 5. That's where I'm leaving off. You can run up the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. There's plenty of room for interpretation on this video. And EA's got to stop handing out 97s, 98s, and 99s. We're going to lose the value or the feeling that made some of these players special. I know it's the end of the year. I'm well aware. But the future is just going to be higher and higher rated items. At least that's where I believe we're heading. But as always, I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.